Everyone, welcome to the Vibe Tribe podcast. This is Allie.
And this is Kate. We don't care about your opinion of us.
You can fuck all the way off.
And so it begins.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
What
How was your week?
Look, I'm already interrupting you.
This is just how this works.
At this
We're
point,
used
we
to
just
it.
go with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we haven't really talked much. I mean, we have definitely more than usual, but
yeah.
So
true.
what did you do this week?
Well, this weekend I went to Emo Nights Tour, I think is what it's called, up in Lexington, and it was fun, except for a man decided that he was going to crowd surf and jumped right into me and my sister. Knocked us clean out. It was really fun.
So what you're saying is you were in your first mosh pit.
I was. Yes, you are correct. Yeah, and I was entirely too drunk for any of that nonsense.
Little baby Allie experienced her first mosh pit.
10 out of 10 don't recommend. I hated every second of it.
I've seen literally people get knocked out and those like speakers thrown at people.
Oh my God.
I saw online though that some guy went to a mosh pit and they were holding a what are those damn things called that are on tires? A rim. Someone was holding a tire rim up in the air as they were moshing.
Oh my God. How did they not kill somebody?
I don't know, but I was totally here for it. I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to call it a concert because it was just like a DJ or whatever.
A show.
Yeah, a show. Yeah, it was really fun. If you have an Emo Nights tour around you, because I think they travel all around the U.S., highly recommend the show. Don't stand in the front row if you don't want to get jumped on. Just don't stand in the front row is all I'm going to say.
Some of your favorite songs they played? Did they play anything like good?
They played Paramore, which is always good.
Yeah. Did they play Decode?
Did they play what?
Decode.
No. Not while I was there. We left right after Sarah got pummeled. So we were only there for a few hours, but it was really fun. What did you do this week? Anything fun? Or
we moved.
Learn anything new?
We've been moving over the weekend, and I just spent like the last 2 hours putting together my new computer desk, and
fancy.
Yeah, it's really not though. I honestly don't know how it's standing up at this point. I'm gonna be honest.
Is it a DIY project?
I mean, I ordered it in a box and I put it together myself.
Oh, so you didn't like build it yourself, like actual?
No,
you know what I mean, like plywood.
What? No,
okay,
it's like fake plastic wood. But I was confident that because I put my computer chair together that I could put the desk together. And
how'd that work out for you?
Yeah, nope. Desk did not get put together the way that I wanted it to. It is missing a few screws, and any amount of force will make it come tumbling over.
That's just asking for trouble.
Yeah, but it's fine. That's
how we live our life.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Did you have anything else interesting this week, or should we get right into this episode?
I have a lot of interesting things, and by a lot, I mean one specifically interesting thing, and we are by no means a news podcast, but I saw two things. I saw everyone freaking out over the new Disney movie. Have you seen that?
I don't think I've seen it.
Seeing Red.
No, I don't think I've seen this. Tell me about it, please.
I wish I could find the comments from people. They were like, what's it called? I want to make sure that
It's a Disney movie, you said?
I'm pretty sure it's like Pixar.
I'm literally Googling it as we speak.
I'm just typing in random words.
A dancing AR panda?
Turning Red is what it's called.
Is it about a panda?
Yes. Okay, so everyone is freaking out because this little panda shakes its butt and smacks its butt, and it talks about periods in this thing.
Oh, heaven forbid.
So this is kind of what goes along with like our growing up in a small town. Holy guacamole. I have never seen so many outraged people over a fucking panda dancing in my life.
I'm not surprised in the least bit. I'm really not, which is really sad.
They were just like, it talks about periods. Well, guess what?
You should be educating your children on that subject, okay?
Periods
Everybody
are a
has.
real thing. They happen in real life.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Everyone has to deal with them.
I don't know if you knew
Everybody.
about that, but periods are real, Allison.
I wish I didn't know that that was a thing, but
They're
unfortunately,
real.
yes, I
Yeah.
do have one. Sometimes I have two every month, so.
Okay. Well, they're a real thing in case you didn't know. They also they were super mad about the dancing part of it. I'm trying to find the comment. Hold on. I want to read it because it was on my list of things to gripe about. I don't know if you've
I'm
ever seen
reading.
Family Guy either, where Peter gets a talk show and it's like, and that really grinds my gears. That's me. That's me in this
Yeah.
podcast. Okay, here we
I
go. This is
okay.
what here's a few things that stood out. The little girl talks about you're your own person and an adult and you can do what you want. Her and her
Facts.
friends talk so poorly about their parents and come up with a plan to sneak out and go to a boy band concert. Surprise, that's going to happen whether they watch this movie or not. I snuck out
Yeah.
plenty of times.
How many times did we sneak out together?
I don't know, but I remember that one time we snuck out, and I'm sure my mom's going to listen to this podcast, so here comes the truth. But we
Yeah,
snuck
sorry, mom
out.
and dad.
She snuck, or not she, I'm talking in third person at this point. I snuck out, and I remember my mom called, and my mom wanted to talk to your mom. And
Yes.
we were not anywhere near your mom.
True, we were not.
We
We were
sped,
across town.
like, I was like, hold on. Allison's
She's
mom's
in
in the
the
bathroom. And we sped across town and we get to your house and we're like, Becky, just act like you were in the bathroom. Gives her, like, we give her no anything,
No warning
no
whatsoever.
warning what was going
And
on.
guess what? She came through. She came in clutch and she did her job.
She did her job. Like, Becky
She did,
always did her
100%.
job. Becky was the shit.
Love
Becky
it.
still is the shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, this little panda also says that the ritual where she turns into a panda is freaky. She's levitated by her chest into the air while surrounded with adults chanting, and spirits are called out of her.
This is what people are upset about?
Yes.
Out of everything going on in the world, people are upset about a fucking panda that levitates by its boobs or whatever.
She also draws sexy, her words, not mine, pictures of her crush who works at the gas station.
We literally all do that in elementary school. I don't give a shit who you are.
The mom goes to the store and accuses the boy of being 30 and a pedophile. He says he's 17, and she says, well, that's what happens when you do drugs all day and you don't wear sunscreen.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, it's true.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. But, I mean, good God.
The little girl starts twerking at her mom and smacking her butt, saying, take this, mom, take this. First of all, my son does that like 30 times a day before this movie. I'm not mad. I'm actually happy to see another kid do it, so I know that my kid isn't the only one.
I just don't understand why people are so pressed. Is it because it's quote unquote sexualizing?
No, because it doesn't instill Christian values.
Well, here's the thing. All of the Christian values, quote unquote, that we see like around us nowadays, they're all horseshit. Yeah. All of them. It's like 100%. A giant cult that everyone is a part of, and they can't see 5 feet in front of them as to what's actually going on.
No, they can't. And the thing is that most of the people that want to claim that they are a Christian are usually the ones that are doing the worst of things.
You're not wrong.
And, like, I have nothing against Christianity. I just believe and practice what you preach.
I just think everyone should let each other do their own thing and stop being so judgmental and harsh towards whether it's a culture or a religion or a spiritual practice that you don't understand. If you don't understand it, then just look past it. If
You
you
know
don't
what
want
I
to
believe
be a
in?
part of it, you don't have to be.
I believe
What?
in being fucking nice and loving everybody and everything.
Exactly. Me too.
Everybody knows that I just discovered what mukbang was. It wasn't recording, but
It was not recording, no. But Kate doesn't know what a mukbang
I
is.
still don't know why it's called that. Why is it called
I
that?
think it might be a Japanese word. I don't want to misspeak, so let me Google it while you tell your story.
It's not a story. It's my two strange YouTube addictions. Everybody has weird shit that they watch on YouTube and they don't tell people about.
True.
Okay, well, mine is Lego food and Lego cooking. And
Lego food?
holy shit.
I don't know what that is.
Oh my God. It will
Is it like you
change.
build food out of Legos?
Oh, it's so much more than that. Let
So
me.
do you like watching people assemble Lego
They don't assemble the
things?
Legos.
Oh,
I can literally not describe this to you. I'm going to have to send you a link.
send me a video after this because I'm very
I'm doing it right now.
intrigued. Okay, and while she's doing that, mukbang is actually Korean, and it's an eating show. Basically, is what it is.
Okay. So I'm going to have to look it up. I just can't. I can't comprehend. So, but you like this. You like watching people do this.
Yeah, like if I'm eating, I don't want to eat by myself, and like no one's home or
What?
whatever. I'll sit down with and just play some random mukbang video.
That's so weird, Allison.
It's not actually that weird. It's really
It's very
not.
weird.
And your Legos aren't?
I'm watching a girl like I
I'm gonna
don't.
need you to pause the video. No distractions. We got to get this done.
Okay, but you need to watch my video.
I will watch it. I swear. After this.
Anyways, so Turning Red is dirty, dirty, bad, bad. We don't watch Turning Red. We
Well,
don't let
that's
our
just
kids.
unfortunate.
We don't let our kids watch it because she's twerking.
How
Oh,
sad.
she also stands up to her mom and says she likes boys and music and she gyrates. How dare she gyrate?
How dare she? How dare she own her own body in any way, shape, or form?
I can't. I can't even.
I cannot either. So
Second,
you said you had more interesting things. So hit me with the next one.
have you heard of the sexy sex ed camp?
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No, and I don't know that I want to.
Well, guess where it's at?
Oh my God, where?
It's in Kentucky.
Of course it is.
I think it said it was in Manchester, but here's the thing again, back to being in a small town. Um, I saw all of these advertisements for it and shares on Facebook. And I was like, okay, this cannot be as bad as people are saying that it is.
So, is this like an actual like summer camp that adults, I'm assuming, go to? Or
Oh,
is it
it's
for
not for adults.
Oh,
It's for kids as young as 13.
okay. I am a little bit shocked by
The
this. I'm not
topics
gonna
are
lie.
sex liberation, gender exploration, BDSM, being a
Okay.
sex worker, self managed abortion, sexual activity while using illicit and illicit drugs.
I just don't have any words. I'm still processing.
So I thought maybe it's being over exaggerated and it's actually like a
I
sex ed camp because there's not a lot
That's
of.
where I was assuming you were going with that, but as soon as you said self-managed abortions, you lost me.
Well, guess what? I found the camp schedule.
Oh, are we gonna? Oh my god! What
I
if we like infiltrate this camp? Can
I
we
kind of want
pretend?
to go.
Is it for all ages?
I think so, but I
13
think
and
the
up?
youngest is 13.
We have got to infiltrate this camp. We have to. I feel like it's our
Did you just
duty
hear
now that we
that?
have this pod. Yeah, kind of. Did
That
he
was
like
my
whisper?
No, that was my kid farting into the microphone.
Oh no, that I did not hear. Okay,
So
I have no idea what we were talking about.
I got the schedule. I got the.
Do you have the camp
I
schedule?
have a camp schedule. I have the
Please read
workshops.
it to me.
So it's kind of lengthy, so I am going to cut it
Pick your
down.
favorite.
There's too
How
many.
about that?
There's too many.
Pick your top 5 since this is going to be a top 5 episode.
Perfect. So the first one is Sex with Me, self-pleasure workshop. They will
Cute.
explore their personal views on self-pleasure, as well as learn techniques to make the most out of their masturbation. And,
Love that.
oh, I'm not done.
Okay.
It includes discussion, games, and hands-on practice.
I could get behind this. This one I could get behind. I'm not going to lie.
Sure. Okay. Whatever.
I feel like in especially our area, masturbation is looked at as something you should never do, like it's a big no-no. But it's actually extremely healthy and
If
literally
any
everyone
of
on the
you act
fucking
like
planet
you
does it.
don't masturbate, you're a fucking
You're a liar.
You're a
Yeah,
liar.
100%. You're
I
a
don't
liar.
care if you are Mother Teresa. We're bringing Teresa back right now.
Yeah, so teaching kids that masturbation is normal, I would get behind that
I'm
one.
on board
That
for
one I could
that.
get behind.
Yeah. I'm totally on board for that. But
Okay, next.
I'm not on board for acting it out. It's weird.
Well, I would want more details.
But it says,
what does that mean?
It says hands-on practice on hands.
So they're like using their hands as a display for a vagina and or penis.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's normal.
Not bad.
Just like we used a fucking like cucumber, banana, and fucking sex ed. It's the same shit.
I didn't have sex ed.
You didn't have sex ed in high school?
I got a PowerPoint. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh my god, I had to watch someone give birth, and that day I decided I was never having a child.
Where was I? Why didn't I get
I
that?
have no idea.
So,
okay, now that we've covered your number 1, hit me with your number 2.
Self-managed abortions.
Okay, yeah, this one I am interested in hearing more about because I have questions.
So, using WHO, which is the World Health Organization's listed protocols for SMAS, which is self-managed abortion safe and supported info guide, it will provide information about it to reduce stigma around it.
Around abortion or around self-managed abortions? I need to know what self-managed abortions are. Does it say in there?
It says just to ensure that they are medically and legally as safe as possible. I don't know what that is either. Like, because when I'm going to say it, when I think of that, I think of like a coat hanger.
That's exactly where my brain goes to. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what it is that they mean by self-managed abortions.
I'm going to Google it.
I'm actually doing the same thing as we speak right now.
What is it?
Like, the only thing I can see is self-managed medication abortions.
It says it's an overall safe and effective way to end a pregnancy.
Is it like the pill that you can take, the abortion pill?
Are you talking about Plan B?
No, there's an abortion pill.
I don't know.
Do you not ever read anything on the internet?
No, I read about pandas.
Okay, and I read about the other shit.
I don't read news either.
How to have a safe, self-managed abortion. Okay, I'm going to click on this article from, I cannot pronounce this, so I will put it in the description box so everyone knows where I got this from. Self-managed abortion with pills means obtaining and taking abortion pills outside of a medical setting. So it is with the pill.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I don't know about this one.
So, anyways, this dude who is, his name's Christopher F. Rufo. Okay. I've never heard of this man in my life.
Me
he has
either.
basically his goal on Twitter is to just like harass people.
People or like women in general?
Seems like a little bit of everybody, honestly. He's
Okay.
just one of those people that like never shuts up.
Gotcha.
So he's pretty much single handedly forced this woman into hiding.
The woman that owns the summer camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that stuff when I was Googling about it when you were
Yeah. He's like,
talking.
they're trying to scrub their information from the internet. Like, dude, chill the F out.
Yeah, it's not that deep. It's really not that
And I
deep.
mean, the other categories they have are things that I agree with, like reproductive health, the basics and beyond, gender
Absolutely,
diversity.
100%. Yep.
This one is super important. Talk it out relationships focuses on how to apply relationships and talking to family dynamics and romantic ones.
Everyone should have a class on that. 100%. They should
Now,
have
this
offered
one
that in
is a
high school.
little weird for me, though. It doesn't go with the rest of the camp. That's the only reason I'm saying that it's weird. And it's over sexualization and policing of blackness.
Of what?
Policing of blackness.
Where did they even where did that come from?
It has nothing to do with the rest of the camp.
No.
Now, sexy trans sex ed is a little weird to me because that's where they talk about BDSM.
That's where they talk about BDSM?
Yeah. It I don't
That's
know.
not a kink, I don't think, is it?
BDSM?
No.
No, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to kink shame anyone, but it's just like maybe they
No, I'm
just need
here
to
to
rework their workshops.
I would agree with that, yes.
So yeah, that's my news. We're still on news, but that's my news from this week.
Well, I don't have any news besides the concert from earlier, so
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad that I
you
can
really
make it.
knocked it out of the park this
Thank you.
week.
I tried
Yeah,
really hard this week, and hopefully everyone didn't like die of boredom, but I just found this shit super interesting and I
it
needed to
is.
talk to somebody about it.
It is super interesting. And next week, I swear I'll have more news
Look
stories
up
for
something
everybody.
weird. Do you remember
I
in
will.
high school when was it in journalism we had to do a weird news event
Yes,
every day?
every day. Yeah.
We would all Google like Florida news.
You're not wrong. Oh my God. Florida is wild.
Yeah, but Kentucky's beating him at this point.
Yeah, you're not wrong
They
there.
100%
Okay.
are.
So, should we get into our meat and potatoes of this episode?
Let's do it to it.
Okay, so this week we're talking about our top 5 hookup stories and or dates. We're going to read some of our subscribers' stories. I think Kate is going to start with hers.
I sure am. So we keep our subscriber stories anonymous. Unless they tell us otherwise, then we're happy to always feature somebody in the episode. But we wanted to hear from you all your worst dates and your worst hookups because let's be honest, this stuff is the best to talk
And
about.
boy,
Oh my
boy,
God.
did our subscribers come through.
I love y'all so much for this stuff. So the first one said, I helped him fold his laundry and played with his dog while he got ready. After an hour, he said, I think it's best if you leave. I'm not feeling it. As I was getting him my car, I think that was supposed to say I was getting in my car.
Yeah, I think you're right.
His grinder hookup walked up and knocked on his door.
Okay, first of all,
Why is he folding his laundry?
well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would have taken every shred of clothing that I folded and fucking thrown that shit around the
Why
room.
were you folding it to begin with? You are
At
so
this
much better
point,
than that. Oh my God.
he owes you a maid service fee, and I
Yeah.
hope you billed him for it.
And a pet service fee. Played with his
You're
dog
not
too.
wrong. Yeah, that's bullshit.
I need to know if you just drove away because I would not have driven away. I would have
Oh,
walked
no.
my ass back up to that door.
I would have asked the grinder date out myself and been like, he's a scumbag. How about we go?
That's good too. No, I would have walked back in there and ruined his grinder.
Yeah.
I would have made a scene. I'm very
I know
impulsive
you would
though when I'm
have.
angry.
Yes, you are.
I don't think very clearly.
But this guy, is this a guy, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yes, his. Okay. That guy deserves a scene.
Yeah. That's the moments when you're allowed to have it like cause a scene.
Yeah, we give you permission.
You deserve
Please
better than
update
that
us.
bullshit. Oh my god.
I want to know whoever wrote this story, and I don't remember. Please give us an update on what happened after this because
Yes.
I'm just really curious. I need to know.
I totally need to know because what an asshat. I think I called this guy douche canoe when he submitted this story.
He is a douche canoe.
100%. All right, on to the next one.
Okay, mine says, I dated a guy in college and we went to a concert in his hometown. When we got to our seats, he went into the crowd to say hi to some friends. He ended up abandoning me, and I found him after the concert, blacked out, and he had changed his Facebook status to single without a word to me about it.
Holy shit.
Could you imagine
Someone would
going
have
to
been
a concert, and then getting abandoned in a place that you don't even live? Not to find your date blacked out. Hell no.
I need to. Okay, so she found him after the concert blacked out.
Correct. She didn't see him. Apparently, to me, this story says.
So did he
she
change
didn't
his
see
status
him.
while he was blacked out?
He changed his status at some point throughout the night. Now, I don't know if he was blacked out or if it was before that, but he changed his status to single at some point that night and didn't even talk to her about it.
I wonder if he got drunk and was like,
No excuses. You know what you're doing when you're drunk.
oh yeah,
I've
I'm
been
not
that
making
drunk.
excuses for this dick.
I just can't imagine being like abandoned like that.
I would have made a fucking announcement.
Oh, that's good.
Going up on the
I would have
microphone and like,
slit
stop the
his
concert.
tires. I absolutely would have slit his tires.
I
He would have
know
been
what
stranded
to
there
do
himself. You abandoned me? Okay, I'm going to strand your ass here.
I cannot believe that. Why are people such dickheads?
I really don't know.
I really want to hear from some like straight men that listen to this. Why are you guys dickheads?
Oh, God. Let's stir the pot a little bit.
I don't care.
Oh, I don't
Why
either.
do you guys do the things you do? I've always wanted to know those perspectives of like, do you all intentionally play games with girls, or do you think that the women are playing games with you? Like, what's the?
I think they intentionally do it.
I do too.
I 100% they
fucking
intentionally
bored.
do it. Yeah, they are because their little pea brains can't,
little pea
fire
brains.
fast enough to think of anything better to do. Like, do a fucking crossword puzzle or a Sudoku puzzle. Hell, do an actual jigsaw puzzle. But
Well,
please
we know
get the
that's
fuck
not
out
happening.
of. Leave me alone if you're just gonna come up
I
here
don't
and.
get it.
I don't either.
Like, ain't y'all got something better to do?
I need to know with this story. I need the person who wrote in to let me know how you got home because I'm super curious. Did you go back with him? Like, did he take you back home? And
There's no way.
What was that conversation like? Like the day after?
Hopefully there
What did he
wasn't one.
say?
I would have blocked his ass on everything.
I would too, but you know how it is in college.
Yeah, I would have blocked their ass on everything. That's how it is. I'm in college still, so.
True.
Okay. This next one's my favorite. I'm not going to lie. So I had a Tinder date. This is not me saying I did not have a Tinder date, but this person did. We both had a predetermined that we both just wanted casual sex. He gets here and he's having issues. And he pulls out a hairband out of his pocket and says that sometimes he needs to tie up his balls in order to get hard.
Okay, now when I read this one, the first thing that came to my head was, does this man have a medical condition?
I don't care about his medical condition. His ass had a hairband in his pocket ready to go.
Is this like some sort of kink? Is this a kink or is this a medical condition? Like, I just don't.
I think it feels better.
I've never heard of a man tying up his balls.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Have you experienced this?
Yes.
Oh, so is this a kink?
Yes, in a way.
Interesting.
I've heard
I did not know this.
People suggesting as like sex moves that you like. Someone had told me once that one of their best sex advice was to tie up balls with a bandana.
But why?
Because
Does it like increase blood flow or something?
Yeah. And then I guess all the
Wow.
little baby sperms get all built up and ready to bust out.
Okay, so it's one of those situations.
I don't know. I'm making things up. I have no clue.
Men need to stop watching porn. I think that's the
Don't get me
problem here.
started on that. Don't even get me started on that because I will make a whole ass
Well,
speech
we'll make
on
a whole ass
Hookup.
episode about porn later on. How
Yes.
about that? But
I have a
I think
whole ass lot to say about that.
I think this man probably watched too
He
much
does.
porn and he thought that was
Yeah,
a good idea. Was this a
he's
first hookup? Did
desensitized.
it say?
First hookup. Yeah.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I would be like, yeah, you don't even know me and you're going to whip out your
Your
hair
little
tie. I'm
hairband that you
assuming
have in your
do you buy yourself packs of goodie hairbands from Walmart and just keep them in
That's what I
your
need to
pocket
know.
at
I
all
need to
times?
know if he bought this hairband for himself.
Oh God, I just can't with the. I can't. I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I probably would have laughed at him and told him to leave. To be
Oh,
honest,
exactly. I would have been like, take your dumbass hairband and get the fuck out.
Yeah, you don't even know me,
Bye-bye.
sir.
Bye-bye. I'm eating broccoli.
Just so everyone knows, our computers are on 20%. If they die and we get cut off short, that's the shit show this podcast is. So,
And
welcome.
I'm eating broccoli.
Quit eating.
I don't care.
Okay, so now that we've read our subscriber stories, are we going to get into a little bit of our own stories?
Absolutely. And I'm so sorry for the one that I'm going to tell you after Allison.
Oh God. Okay, so I'm going to go first, and just reliving this is making me want to hurl.
Okay, is it a date or hookup story?
So the situation, it's kind of like in between. It's one of those in between things.
Okay.
Where we're not actually dating, but it's not really just a hookup. You know what I mean? It's a situationship.
So you're exclusively friends with benefits.
Okay, let me just start at the beginning here.
Okay.
So this boy, I'm not going to call him a man because he's a fucking idiot.
Boy.
This boy wasn't exclusive with me, but I was exclusive with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I didn't know he was talking to other women, which is fine if that's what you want to do in the beginning, if
Just
you're honest
let me
about it.
know.
Yeah. Like I
Yeah.
literally asked 15 times. Nothing. That's a running theme in my life, but it is what it is. Okay. So the first time me and I'm going to call him Trevor. The first time me and Trevor hooked up, there was zero foreplay. And when I tell you, this man didn't know me, and I swear I thought he was going to choke the life out of me. I thought I was going to die. I thought that was the end of it. The very first time that we ever hooked up. He didn't even ask me if I was into that, if it was okay, nothing. Literally couldn't breathe. I literally pushed him off of me
So what
and
you're
left his
saying
apartment.
is you hooked up with a serial killer.
I'm pretty sure that I did.
Did he look you in the eyes when he did it?
Yes.
He's a serial killer, bitch.
It was horrible.
He's
was
a murderer.
The most horrible experience
of my
life.
To this, whoever Trevor is, you need to go to the fucking doctor. You are serial killer. You have sociopathic tendencies, sir.
Yeah. And this was several years ago. So I'm, moved past it, but that's probably the worst hookup I've ever had in my life.
That's the whole story?
That's it. I don't have a lot of hookup stories.
I don't either.
I can tell you a good hookup story.
But mine is bad. Oh, God. You're going to judge me so hard.
Is it bad?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay.
You're the fun one. I'm not the fun one, so I'm ready for this.
I can't even say this without hating myself. So this obviously was very many years ago.
While you're telling this story, I'll try to think of another one too.
You don't even have to, because this one's going to be like, this is the whole meat of the potatoes.
Oh my God, I just remembered something about this.
What?
This hookup. Okay, so when I went to his apartment, he had, and mind you, we hadn't been talking that long and I did not know him. He had a coffee mug in his apartment that said, it had my name on it. It had like a phrase, but it had my name on it.
Was it for
And I was
you?
like, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't even know you.
Thank you. Bye.
Is that not just weird?
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
That should have been my first red flag. I should have been like, I don't know you and you're buying
Listen, when I
coffee
tell you
mugs with my name
mine,
on
you're
it.
going to be like, at what red flag did you?
I'm going to just tally off your red flags. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh,
Hit me with your
please.
story.
Okay, tally your red flags.
Okay.
First of all, this guy was a lot older than me, but I was like, I've never been with someone that's older. So,
Red flag number 1.
It gets so much worse.
Okay.
So he'd been talking to me for a while, and then I finally decide I'm going to go see him.
Okay.
So I pull up to his cabin that's in the middle of nowhere.
Red flag number 2.
Mm-hmm. And then I get inside, and it's immediately like, let's do this.
Oh, God.
I was promised
Like
food.
there was no casual conversation or anything?
No.
Okay.
I was promised food. I got no food. I was very upset about that. So
I would have been upset about that too.
Before that, I'm like, I'm on my period. And he's
let
like,
me guess, he doesn't care.
Of course he doesn't care. But it gets so bad.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, it's so bad. So this house is disgusting. It's the most disgusting house I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, red flag number 3.
It just keeps getting worse, I promise.
Oh,
just
God.
when you think it can't get worse, it gets worse and worse.
I'm so nervous.
There's shit just like clothes everywhere. Like the upstairs is blocked off by clothes, and it's
like hoarder level.
Yes.
Oh, God.
But I was like, I drove forever to get out of here. It's like 3 a.m. Like, I'm just gonna deal with it. So I deal with it. I go to the bathroom and I take my tampon out.
Okay.
And I'm like, he yells at me from the living room, and he's like, don't flush that. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do with it? He goes, it's not biodegradable.
That's what you're worried about when your house looks like a fucking shitstorm?
I swear to God. While I'm doing this, there is a gallon jar of dill pickles on the bathroom counter.
The bathroom counter. Please tell me this is a joke.
No.
Oh my God, I can't. I cannot. I'm gonna need you.
So I'm like,
to just stop the story now.
I'm like, what do I do with this tampon?
Oh, God. Did you put it in your pocket?
No, what?
I'm just trying to think of what you would have done with it.
I'm like, there's no trash can, obviously.
Obviously.
He tells me to lay it on the counter.
No.
I'm like, I'm not laying this on the counter. So, I mean, I had to. I wrapped it up with toilet paper.
Okay.
And then laid it on the counter because, unlike him, I'm kind of clean.
Yeah.
Oh, then it gets so much worse.
Oh, God.
So then we do it.
Okay.
While doing it, he grabs my stomach.
Stop it.
And he whispers at me,
no.
I love big bitches.
I would have punched him in the fucking nose. How dare you?
I didn't. It didn't register to me that that's what he had said.
Well, that's probably a good thing. You would have burned his house down.
I was like, wait a minute. Did he?
You're like, excuse me, can you repeat yourself?
Stayed after that. Don't worry.
Caitlin.
Mm-hmm. So then we go to the living room. This motherfucker for 2 hours chain smokes and paces back and forth in his living room telling me about conspiracy theories and about how he did cocaine in Colombia.
He probably did cocaine 5 minutes before you walked in the door.
Sure. So I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And then he makes himself a plate of food and I'm starving. And I'm like, can I have some? And he's like, no.
He's like, bitch, there's pickles in the bathroom.
I know. I was like, I'm gonna go eat those fucking pickles. Then at that point, I go back in the living room and he's like, I'm gonna watch Narcos. I'm like, okay.
You're like, okay, I'm gonna dip.
No, I was tired. It was super late. So I was like, I needed to sleep. He's like, I'm gonna watch Narcos. You can go to that bed. and go to
That
sleep.
you can go to that bed. What does that mean?
He was so rude. And I was like, this is the rudest asshole I've ever met in my entire life. And I was like, I cannot wait to get out of here, but it's so late. Like, I would fall asleep driving.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to lay down. And he's like, do you want a fan? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, well, plug it up.
What the fuck?
And I'm like,
What the
okay, you
fuck?
piece of shit.
Wow.
So then I was never really asleep. Like, I was sleeping, but I wasn't asleep because I hated this man more than
Because you were terrified for your
Yes,
life?
yes.
Yeah.
I wake up and it's like 4 a.m. and I see him coming down the stairs with what looks like a dead body.
Oh, stop it.
So at that moment, I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Good choice. Good
So
choice.
he was like, you're leaving? I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving. It turns out it was just a blanket, but it looked like a dead body when you're half asleep. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I had gotten like 2 hours of sleep and I'm like, peace the fuck out. I left his creepy fucking cabin. I blocked him on everything.
Good choice.
And never talked to this man again. But holy shit, the fucking pickles in the bathroom. I
can't get over that.
I'll never not call this man Pickle Man.
I cannot get over
And
that.
I'm not even fat, first of all. Let's just point that out.
No. That gives me...
I should have socked him in the fucking nose. I should have bopped him right in the damn nose.
You absolutely should have. Oh my God. This whole story has given me the ick.
You're welcome for all the ick.
I hated that. I hated it from the beginning.
He is the worst man I've ever met in my life.
Have you ever had somebody take your tampon out for you?
No.
I have.
Why?
Because, okay.
Were they
right before
into it?
This is Trevor, okay?
Trevor.
This is Trevor again. Right before all of that fucking near-death experience happened, I said, I don't know, if I want to do this, if I'm in the mood, like I'm on my period. And he was like, oh, it doesn't matter. And I was like,
I'll put you in the mood.
I was like, let me just go and like to your bathroom and freshen up, take my tampon out, all that stuff. And he literally, I shit you not, stuck his hand down my pants and pulled my tampon out. I'm not kidding. I should have left right then and there.
Yeah, you're talking about my red flags, bitch.
Took my tampon out. Oh, he also had like one of those, people say it's red flags if they have like flags hanging up on their walls.
I've never heard that, but that's a very good thing to say.
Well, he had two.
Because so did Pickle Man. He had flags.
Okay. Well, there we go. If they have flags hanging up in their apartment or house, abort mission. Like, get the fuck out of there.
Don't even think about it.
Wow. What a ride. That just blows my mind.
I can't get over him pacing back and forth for 2 hours. Like, I could not get a breath in.
That's called cocaine. I guarantee you.
I swear to God, he acted like he was on cocaine. And it was just, and then he wanted to watch fucking Narcos.
Of course he did.
He told me to be quiet too. And I was like, bitch, I will fucking kill you.
He was probably like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. Just go to sleep for me real quick in that bed.
He wouldn't let me watch Narcos with him.
What a psycho.
He is a psycho.
He wouldn't let you watch Narcos and he wouldn't feed you.
He would not feed me. I was more mad about that than anything. He could have done anything but not feeding me.
I would have said, bitch, but you like bigger women. Where's my goddamn food?
Like, obviously, he said he loves them.
What a fucking freak.
A total freak. Oh my God. Yeah. I've never seen someone talk that much for that long of time, though. Like, he was worse than me. It's me on cocaine.
I cannot imagine that. I don't want to imagine that.
No, it was horrible. It was really bad. It was so bad. Oh my God, I can't. I'm getting goosebumps talking about how horrible this man was.
Well, I'm glad that you made it out alive. I really am.
Why did I do it, though? Like, what the fuck?
Why did either one of us do it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We didn't know the flag rule.
We really didn't. But now we do. And now all of our listeners do.
And now I'm married. I don't have to worry about that shit.
Yeah, well, I'm not, so maybe there'll be some more stories for you.
This will just be guidance for you, is all this is.
Yeah.
If he has a hair bow in his pocket,
the answer's no.
Yeah. If you find him blacked out at a concert, answer's no. If there's a flag on the wall, the answer is no. And if he asks you or wants you to help fold his laundry, absolutely fucking not.
Absolutely not.
You need
are
to have like a
correct.
ring on it to help them with laundry.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about it. I think we've covered a lot of interesting things, and
To be honest, I really loved this episode.
I do too. We're a
I
little
really
more
did.
organized. We're getting into it. I don't know though.
Yes, we are.
I didn't cuss as
Well,
much, so like that's good.
I really don't pay attention as to what
I
comes out
don't
of my
either.
mouth, so
I'm
you can let me know if I cuss too much when you're editing it.
I probably cuss equally and just don't like fucking real. See, I just cuss.
Yep, I think that's probably the case.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. That's all we got for you guys. We're excited to talk to you next week, and
We'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you guys for listening. And if you enjoyed this episode and you like to support us, you can always share the podcast with your friends or on your social media. We'll be releasing every Tuesday.
to catch all the latest per month, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Vibe Tribe Gals. Make sure that you subscribe. We're on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher.
So stay tuned.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time, y'all.
See ya.